All right. See, the Cosmic Wonder just posted. I don't know if they just posted it, but they've got a breakdown of the Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever footage that was shown at D23. So let's find out. Let's find out what they're talking about. Shout out to Cosmic Wonder. Always been a fan of their since I discovered Cosmic Wonder, I've been a fan of fan of that channel. So shout out to you. Appreciate all of the content, and yeah, let's find out what that footage hitting for.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder, where we talk all things Marvel and MCU. And this weekend was Disney's D23 Expo, and Saturday was Marvel Studios' panel where they got to show us a lot of what is happening in Phase 5. Sadly, not much for Phase 6, just the official announcement that Matt Shakman is going to indeed be directing the Fantastic Four film. But for Phase 5, we actually did get a lot of exclusive clips shown just to the people attending D23. Luckily for us, though, we do have descriptions of what was shown. And although I wasn't there personally, people from the Cosmic Wonder team were there to get all of the information and descriptions that we needed. So in this video, we'll be diving into detail about the new Black Panther Wakanda Forever trailer / footage that was shown at D23 and breaking it down. So let's break down the new footage that was only shown to the attendees of D23, where we'll see how strong Wakanda still is without their king, how strong Namor is, and how Doom might actually be behind everything. And this footage actually did give us kind of a more clearer picture of what exactly is going on in Wakanda Forever. Yes, we know that it's essentially going to be a battle between Wakanda and Namor and his people. However, it looks like there is definitely more to it than that. The trailer starts off by Queen Ramonda going to the United Nations Assembly at the UN, being questioned by multiple representatives, including a new character played by Richard Schiff. Queen Ramonda is being asked about vibranium and how it can be used as a weapon for mass destruction, facing criticism for its threat to global order. The French representative asks about how dangerous it is to use vibraniums for weapons of mass destruction, since vibranium is virtually undetectable by actual metal detectors. However, Queen Ramonda assures the assembly that Wakanda has a policy to never trade vibranium, not under any circumstances. Not because the element is dangerous on its own, but because of the potential it holds in other people's hands. Now, as she says this, the scene cuts to another scene that takes place in a Wakandan research center. We see a group of people with guns infiltrate the facility in search of vibranium tools. They find a vibranium-covered wall and markings, and when they get to it and activate it, the markings light up. Meanwhile, it cuts back to the Queen saying at the UN, "You perform civility here, but we know what you whisper in your halls of leadership and in your military facilities. The king is dead. The Black Panther is gone. They have lost their protectors." Now, while she's saying this, it keeps cutting back and forth between that scene on the research center, but the Dora Milaje appears, and actually one of the Dora Milaje was undercover disguised as a research assistant. It then shows the Dora Milaje, led by Okoye, going off against the mercenaries who broke into the research facility. And as Queen Ramonda's talking comes to an end, we actually see the Dora Milaje enter the assembly with the mercenaries that they have defeated. From here, the trailer showed old shots from the first trailer. It includes a glowing sunset of Wakanda and T'Challa's funeral. And then we get more footage, and this time of Namor. It appears that Queen Ramonda and Namor are actually meeting with each other. However, M'Baku quickly attacks Namor with a staff, which immediately smashes to pieces. And when M'Baku actually hits Namor, Namor doesn't even react to the attack. So for those who were wondering if Namor is going to be big, bad, and strong, the answer is yes. But the trailer ends with an explosion on a city bridge, and it ends with a shot of the new Black Panther and the final line that says, "Show them who we are." And that was the exclusive clip / trailer that was shown at D23 this past Saturday. Now, there are some very important things to break down here. One is that you have to remember
Based off everything, that everything he described, man, that sounds like I can't wait to see like where this movie goes and how they, first of all, who becomes Black Panther. Everybody thinks it's more than likely gonna be Shuri. You know, I'm curious to know what the whole situation is with Wakanda versus Atlantis, or Wakanda versus Namor and his people. I don't know if they're gonna actually call it Atlantis, but what the actual issue is, that's what I'm really really curious about because, um, you know, I'm like that's just what I'm really curious to find out. And now that he, especially now that he said that there's a meeting between Namor and Ramonda, and why did M'Baku, what I'm saying, like come in and attack Namor? Like that's I don't know. Maybe Namor's people, maybe they killed a Jabari or something in a battle or something. I don't know. Like we're gonna. I guess we gotta wait till November to find out, right? But but I'm loving these outfits though. Like I'm really anxious to see like what this blue outfit is with the mask. This green outfit is really giving me that might be something that um Nakia wears. That look like something Nakia might be wearing because I believe that's the colors of the River Tribe. Plus, that's one of her weapons that vibranium circular thing that she she usually that she fought with at the end of the first Black Panther. But I'm wondering what this helmet is. I'm guessing maybe maybe it's like an underwater type of suit. I don't know. I don't know. We'll find out. Obviously, I'm guessing this is Ramonda's outfit. Because of the headpiece and all that. But yeah, let's keep going. Let's see what he's talking about.
Remember what happened at the very end of the first Black Panther film. T'Challa addressed the United Nations and said that he was going to open Wakanda's resources to the rest of the world. Everyone kind of laughed, thinking that Wakanda was indeed a third world country and had nothing to offer, and it ended with T'Challa just kind of smiling, knowing that his country is actually the richest in the world. But now everybody knows about Wakanda, and everybody knows about vibranium, and the world wants it. However, Wakanda refuses to trade it. So it seems like they are simply offering their help to the rest of the world, to other countries, but they are not offering vibranium to other countries, and it's very clear why in this trailer. Because Queen Ramonda and Wakanda fear that other countries will use it for evil. In this trailer clip, Queen Ramonda says that she doesn't fear vibranium, but what other people will do with it. And it's made very clear that other people will try to use it for bad as the group of soldiers attacks the research facility. But the Dora Milaje are some of the most skilled, most fierce warriors on the planet, so they handle their own. And they even bring those soldiers who attacked the research facility to the United Nations to prove a point. And the point is, Wakanda can handle their own even though Black Panther and T'Challa are gone. Queen Ramonda says, I know what you all whisper in your halls. The king is dead, the Black Panther is gone, they have no protection. So they did this for a very specific point, to show them that Wakanda is strong on its own. Yes, they lost their king and their leader, but they are still strong. They still have Queen Ramonda, they still have the Dora Milaje, they still have M'Baku and his people, and they also still have a Black Panther, who of course will be revealed in this movie. Now, one of the most important things to focus on in this clip was the fact that a Wakandan research facility was in fact invaded. This means that since Wakanda will not trade vibranium with the rest of the world, some of the world is trying to take it by force. And this very, very well could be other countries trying to take it. It seems very, very clear that the other countries of the UN are very concerned with the fact that Wakanda has vibranium and will not share it. And they state that they're concerned with people making weapons of mass destruction when the reality is they probably just want it for themselves. But it also makes you wonder who else wants it. And most of you probably know who I'm thinking about right now, Victor Von Doom, aka Dr. Doom. There have been rumors going around for a while now that Dr. Doom will be in Wakanda forever in some way, shape, or form. However, I would like to point out that this is not confirmed yet. We do not know for sure if he is going to be in the film, even though he is rumored to be appearing in a post-credit scene. We know that rumors can be wrong. Look at what happened at D23. However, saying that, I do think it makes a lot of sense, especially if we follow the Doom War storyline from the comics. This is very important to know, and I'll explain why. In the Doom War storyline, Doom helps the Desturi gain access to Wakanda. They actually dethrone T'Challa and Shuri and completely take over Wakanda, and they even put the X-Men Storm on trial because she is T'Challa's wife in the comics, at this point in time at least. And what's interesting is we learned that Doom actually infected all of Wakandans with food and water, putting nanites in them, allowing him to use these nanites and people basically as cameras. T'Challa, being the Black Panther, has heightened senses, so he realized and caught on to what was happening and didn't partake of any food or water, and told Shuri as well, so she didn't, and the both of them managed to escape. However, they quickly realized that Dr. Doom was only helping the Desturi so he could get into Wakanda and get vibranium. And the reason why is because Dr. Doom has discovered a secret that nobody else has known. It can amplify mystical energies, and its effects are infinite. And for somebody like Dr. Doom, who is already extremely strong with mystical energies, it can basically make Dr. Doom unstoppable. This is why I think, in Wakanda Forever, Dr. Doom could be behind one of the groups at least, trying to break into Wakanda to steal some vibranium. In fact, he could even be behind Namor, whether that's directly or indirectly. Like I said, in the comics, Doom helps the Desturi to gain access to Wakanda's vibranium. He helps them essentially take over Wakanda. The same could be happening with Namor and the Atlanteans, although they won't be Atlanteans in the film. They're more...
Okay, see, that's why I corrected myself. I wasn't sure if they were actually going to be Atlanteans, but he just cleared it up for me.
likely going to be an ancient Aztec or Mayan race. Also, another scene that was shown during this clip at D23 was Riri Williams, aka Ironheart, conducting projects on vibranium, and from what we know, the projects are her making machines that can actually detect vibranium in the ocean. Now, this could clearly upset two people here. One, the Wakandans, and two, Namor. Obviously, Wakanda does not want vibranium getting out to the public, and obviously Namor does not want people going around his parts of the ocean, discovering his people. This is most likely how Riri Williams actually ends up in Wakanda. But this could actually be a part of Doom's plan. Send people into the ocean to look for vibranium using the technology that Riri Williams created to make Namor mad and go after Wakanda. Then, once Wakanda has been flooded, because we've seen that in the first trailer, and basically Wakanda taken out, Dr. Doom can then go in and get vibranium. Now again, this is just a theory, and right now the rumor has it that it's only going to be a post-credit scene where Doom shows up, if that is indeed true. However, with the Fantastic Four coming to...
See, I love stuff like this because it kind of salivates your, or at least, my urge, for these movies, because obviously I'm a huge Marvel nerd, especially with the MCU. But at the same time, it also kind of takes away from the surprise. Because say for instance, if Doctor Doom does debut in this movie, now you're almost kind of expecting it. Right? You're almost kind of expecting to see Doctor Doom. You're expecting some kind of surprise. You're looking for it now. Rather than being surprised, right? Rather than, something just coming up and being said, and next thing you know, like, oh my God, this is setting up Doctor Doom, right? So it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like that's just it's content. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. You can't really escape it, especially when you love Marvel and you love everything about Marvel. Excuse me, and you can't miss it. You can't miss it, right? Everybody's talking about it, so that's what kind of sucks. But at the same time, it is what it is. It's just this is just the stuff that we love. It's the stuff that we love to talk about, and when people start talking about rumors and whatnot, we just can't help it. But what do you think? Do you think Doctor Doom is actually going to show up in this movie? And what do you think is actually going on? I'm curious to know what exactly, especially what Riri Williams' role is in this movie and how she's connected to everything. I'm ready for this movie. I'm ready for this movie. I really hate, I really hate that we lost, Chadwick. I really hate that. But I don't know. I honestly think Ryan Coogler knew, and I think he tried something in the first movie to see how, what I'm saying? Like, I think he gave us a preview of what what would be taking place, right? Because he essentially killed off the T'Challa in the first movie, you know, and for like most of the second act, they thought he was dead. So, you know, and the movie like thrived. Like that was some of the best scenes, right? Was after T'Challa had supposedly died. You know what I'm saying? So I really think Ryan Coogler had that. Um, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't want to say for sure, but I want maybe he knew. Maybe he knew. Maybe it's just coincidence. I don't know. Maybe I'm reaching. I could be. I tend to do that. Anyway, let me know what your excitement level is for this movie. Do you think Doctor Doom is going to show up? And talk to you next time.